She's very intrigued by those horses.
Whoa, whoa, what?
Have you been wondering how Inertia is doing around other dogs? Me too. In this episode, we'll check on that. We'll also check on her awesome trick training and see how she continues to do around extreme distractions. I'm Zach George. I train dogs. This is my new dog, and I'm gonna show you how I train her from day one. Things definitely won't always go smoothly. You can start from the beginning, or you can pick up anywhere. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. When you put into motion an approach based on love and respect, your results will forever remain in motion. This is Inertia. Welcome to the dog training experience. If you've been watching the series, you guys probably know that I always say it takes lots of practice to have a super trained dog. But did you know that it only takes about 30 days to learn all of the basic skills you need in order to be able to teach your dog anything you want? I have a completely 100% free digital dog training class that will make it super easy. Yes, it's actually free, the entire thing. 30 Day Perfect Pup is an online course and an app that guides you through 30 days of training your dog all of the basics. You get exclusive video lessons, daily emails with training tips and advice from me, a downloadable guide, and access to an exclusive private Facebook community. There's even an app called the Pupford app that goes along with it, so you can have all of the lessons wherever you go, and you can keep track of your progress there too. I'm gonna have links to join the course and download the Pupford app below. I'm really anxious to show you guys how Inertia has been doing around other dogs, but I also want to check in on some of the other skills that she's been working on too. You might recall we've been working on Sit Pretty lately, and I want to show you where she is on that. We've really been focusing on getting her to hold the position for a lot longer. And Sit Pretty, stay. Okay, good work. So, pretty solid. She's able to hold the position there for a few seconds. I'm really proud of that one. That's a money trick right there. She's good. Let's check out how her form is doing on crawl. You might remember we ran into a stumbling block with crawl because when she would do it, she was dragging her hips and only moving her front feet. So I really want her using all four legs when she crawls. Crawl. And I'm just having her go just a couple of inches at a time right now. Like, I'm not really pushing her on that because it's more important for her to have the right form than it is for her to do some impressive long crawl. It's really important when you start to see a trick or behavior go in the wrong direction that you stop and not try to push them through that, and instead really focus on the right form or whatever issue it is that you're working on with them. It's much better to take a step back and repair than it is to try and fix it later. Look at that, hey. Oh, wow, good girl. So her crawl has dramatically improved. It's also worth mentioning, the reason we teach things like this are to keep our dog's brains stimulated, to keep them active. I mean, sit, stay, down, and come only go so far, and those things tend to get kind of monotonous and boring to your dog. So if you've got a bright dog, you want to continually teach them new little things. Get creative with it. For example, let me show you. I've got this chair right here. So you might recall she knows paws up. I'm really focused on improving her balance as well. My goal here is to see if I can get all fours up on the chair. Okay, come on, get down. And come on, can you get up here? Almost, that's all right. Let's try it from over here maybe. Come on, almost here. Come on. Yes, good, there we go. So just kind of coaxing her and getting her to brainstorm there was really beneficial. So we're teaching her how to stand on the chair. Let's see if we can move it around a little bit, make sure she's extra comfortable. Oh, stay. Okay, good job. Nice work. This is all fine, but I think we can do better than this. So here we have something a little bit taller and a little bit more narrow. I've also modified this stool a little bit with some grippy material so that if we can get her to jump up here, she'll be a little bit more secure. Inertia, can you? Very good, yes. So she went right up there. I love that. She seems to be really comfortable putting her paws up on things. This is going to be a lot more daunting to jump up on than the chair was because it's a smaller surface. Let's see if we can motivate her to do that. Want to come up here? Whoa, whoa, what? Okay, I'd say she's getting the point up here. Now, one of the reasons I like to train a stall like this on a stool is because, I like to have her stand on my back. Sometimes that's kind of shaky. This is a really good way to help her work on balance. I mean, look at those toes and feet. Look how they're really holding position as I move the stool around. Look at that. Shake, shake, shake. Stay. Good work. Stay. So look, we can even go as far here as putting it on two legs. Look at that. And you can see, she's really having to think there and keep her balance. And I think this is just a really good miscellaneous skill for her to have. For pictures, maybe you want your dog to jump on something and pose when you're at the park. You never know. Okay. Good job. Nice work. You might recall one of Inertia's biggest struggles lately is paying attention in the presence of other dogs while in public. So let's check on Inertia's progress and see how she's doing. A few months ago, I took Inertia out here. I gave her an introduction to the perimeter of this dog park, and she found it pretty overwhelming at the time. So I thought we would do a checkup, see how she's doing around the dog park and all of the other distractions that the world has. So right now I've got Inertia positioned around some birds over here. We've got the dog park over here. There's steady flow of traffic and people and stuff walking by. So I'm trying to reduce the use of treats for training sessions like this. I'm not asking a lot of her other than just basic calm everyday behavior. I think a better reinforcer is probably just, general access to the environment. Dogs really enjoy sniffing around. They enjoy being outdoors, checking things out. So being able to keep the experience moving and check out new things is often motivating enough. We've been here less than 5 minutes and Inertia is already able to look at other people and dogs while staying calmly with a loose leash. This is a dramatic difference in how she would have acted in the past. So rather than going right up to the dog park, I've been walking across the street. I've been, walking maybe 20, sometimes 30 minutes with her, and then I'll just gradually give her more exposure to dogs. And the reason I'm doing this is that I want to keep her from stressing out or reacting when she sees the dogs. So I'm just gonna kind of approach the dog park with caution right now. I'm not gonna run right up to it, because right now she's being great. And I just want her to normalize this, which is another reason I'm not using treats. I want her to just take it in. I'm gonna let her do a sit stay now as she checks out other dogs that are walking past us on this path over here. There are distractions from all sides right now. This is obviously something she's been prepared for. We've worked up to this. So now that we've been up here for a little bit, I'm gonna see if I can get her attention on me voluntarily and escort her back to the path over here, just to get her accustomed to seeing exciting dogs and then paying attention to me and moving on. Look at me? Okay, let's go. Nice work. So we have another screensaver over here that we've moved closer to, which has its healthy share of pedestrians, and getting her to feel calm and relaxed around people and dogs and everything else is so important to me right now. So if she's feeling up for it, I'd like to see if I can get her walking around the perimeter of the dog park. So in other words, getting her to pay attention to me and not fixate on the dogs. It's a double-edged sword because it's a wonderful place to train and give your dog lots of distractions in order to proof a lot of their behaviors, but it's also a pretty hard environment to train in too. But I just keep telling myself that if she can do really well out here, then she can probably do really well in just about any park. And so this is an exercise that's been really valuable for Inertia, being able to walk outside the perimeter of a dog park, right up on it. Dogs come by, they notice her, she's at close range with them. You gotta stay right there, girl. Good girl. Okay, come on. Let's go. And so there are times when there is some minor tension on the leash where I'm encouraging her to keep moving, but keep in mind, I do this very sparingly. To me, it's the equivalent of taking a toddler by the hand and encouraging them to stay with you at a shopping mall, for example. But if it were ever perceived as something painful or intimidating to your dog, you would want to avoid doing that. Stay. Good girl. Very good. All right, come on, let's go. Let's go. So you're starting to see a theme here. It's totally acceptable for Inertia to notice things that arouse her. Teaching her how to conduct herself is my main priority, and she's really doing well. Of course, she's not perfect yet, but I don't know that any dog ever is. Okay, now that Inertia has adjusted to this crazy environment, let's see if she can do any of her other tricks here. Remember, it takes practice to get your dog to be able to perform in a place like this. It's much more challenging than doing the same stuff in your living room, for example. Look at me, can you switch? Good job, very good. So her switch is coming along nicely too. I'm able to get it with a hand signal. Can you lie down and play dead? I'll take that, that was a good one. Come alive. Look at me, can you sit? Sit pretty? Yeah, good job. Lie down. Lie down is a really good way for me to kind of encourage her to really stay still. This is what you want. You get dogs speeding past and she's accustomed to holding her position and not lunging and barking, saying, I wanna play, I wanna play. All right, so it's been a minute since we've done the somersault. I don't know that she's ever done a somersault outdoors. What's that? What? What is that? That's not a somersault. I think she got like heel and a somersault confused there and tried to do them both. Wait, what's this? Here you go. What's that? There we go, nice work. These are tricks that we started training inside and then in the neighborhood and then at the local park, and now we're doing them right next to a bunch of dogs at a dog park. So getting your dog to do a lot of the skills that they know in a variety of places is really what makes a dog trained, I guess. Okay. There we go. Good job, girl. This is why I like doing flashcards, because, okay, pause up on something. The only thing I see around here really is this. So I wonder if I can get her to just kind of put her paws up on this Frisbee golf thing. Paws up. Yes, stay. Now that's fascinating. Stay. Look at me. Okay, good job. That was great. I mean, that excites me. I know it might not look like much. That was her first attempt at this, and she just didn't hesitate. So she's starting to generalize, putting her paws up on things. So to a dog trainer, that's exciting stuff. All in all, very successful day. I mean, doing exercises like this and getting your dog out into the world and practicing around things that challenge them is really essential, but finding ways to do it in small doses over time and working your way up, that's really the key, I think, to lessons like this. Okay, let's up the difficulty now and take her to a park where there are even more distractions and there isn't a fence between her and the other dogs. Upon our arrival, there just happened to be a herd of horses. She's shown great improvement in listening to me around giant mammals, but I'm still not confident that she'll tune them out completely. So it's on us to introduce those things to our dogs in a safe way that allows them to take it in and then train them how to behave over time around those things. Can you look at me? Let's go this way. So in this case, I'm happy that I can ultimately get her attention on me voluntarily and get her to walk away from the horses. When we were in the French Quarter that time and she was barking at those mules, this is definitely an improvement from that. Practicing around distractions requires you to consistently get your dog's attention on you, even in short bursts. In other words, you'll have to get them to walk back and forth a few feet like this while paying attention to you before you can expect them to give you sustained attention on a long, proper walk. Okay, here comes the dog. Let me practice on getting her attention on me in the presence of this dog. Stay. And notice how we're off the walking path here in order to make it easier for Inertia. My goal is to prevent an outburst towards another dog, and practicing farther away like this makes success more likely. Switch. That's right, good job. It's really important for her to get used to saxophones living in New Orleans. I think she likes it. The horses are back, and we're at a greater distance than we were last time. Once again, protocol here, I'm just gonna let her check them out at a distance. If she's reacting like this, well, then I'm gonna get her attention on me and ask her to do something. Look at me, just to prove the fact that I can get her listening to me when she's distracted. Let me see if I can get enough focus out of Inertia to do a little bit of Frisbee training with me in this brand new place with heavy distractions. Go. Good. Inertia. At first, Inertia gets a little distracted here, but I'm going to try to keep her engaged with this game. Good girl, yes. Go! There you go. That's the one. Stay. Skateboard. When I'm in public places like this, I'm always looking out for intense distractions, which is why I'm using this long lead as a safety net. Go. Inertia, come. Hey, come here. Weave, weave, weave. Good. Stay, stall, stay, stay. Inertia is doing great. I'm thrilled with this Frisbee session in a distracting park. In the next episode, I'll teach Inertia about boundaries so that she can start to learn where she can and can't go. Plus, I'm finally going to teach Inertia one of your most requested tricks and more. Speak. Sign up for my totally free digital dog training course, 30-Day Perfect Pup, and download the Pupford app too. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for the most up-to-date info from Inertia and me. Subscribe to this channel and get my book, Guide to a Well-Behaved Dog, for all of my most detailed training advice in one place. I'll have all the links below.